Hello. Okay. If I sound stuffed up, I am. Let's ignore it. This is a whole thing because I've been putting off filming this video for so long because of my congestion, but I have to do it at some point, so I'm doing it now. So yeah. So this is my calm breakdown and like ranking and just overview and discussion. So yeah, I did a video for 5/5. Now I'm back on the calm. This is the second video in the series. I will be making this a series now. I'm gonna be going through their whole discography and like talking about literally everything they've released. So get ready for that. But this is Calm. This is their fourth studio album. 5 Seconds of Summer, by the way, if that wasn't clear. This is 5 Seconds of Summer's fourth studio album. And yeah, I'm going in backwards order, by the way. So yeah. If you don't know what I'm doing, you probably do. Come on. Basically, I'm gonna go through every song in the track list, and I'm gonna name the song. I'm gonna say where it's ranked in my personal, not objective ranking. This is just my personal thing, and then I'm gonna talk about the meaning of the song, any background info I have on the song or its release or anything, and then my favorite lyrics, just like important lyrics that really are good, and then like analyzing those, and then I'm gonna talk about like just based on the sound of the song, the production, what my favorite part is, so not based on like lyrics or anything. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do that for each song, and it's gonna be great. So yeah, let's just get into it. So Calm, I have a little background information on the album as a whole before we really get into the first track. So this is just what I have written. Oh, again, just like 5/5, I have a little document here to really make sure I don't miss anything. So, okay, this is what I have written, and this was written by me, to be clear. The album has a much darker sound and influence than their other albums, and they believe it to be very true to their lives at the time, and say this album is about rebirth, whether that's for their brand or like as like their sound, whatever, all of it. And the title, Calm, CALM, comes from the first initial of each of their names, which is so cute because C for Callum, A for Ashton, L for Luke, M for Michael. When I found that out, mind blown. It's so cute. So yeah, it's essentially another version of a self-titled, so that's fun. And this album was really like something they were trying to do with this album, and this doesn't mean that it was like not true to like their music, but a lot of their influence was from like they talk about like Post Malone being influential to them, and just like popular artists at the time that they were trying to really like stay current and not just get like trapped in like exactly like their music. They wanted to make it like accessible to everyone and have something that everyone in this era of like 2019 they could all enjoy. This album was released in 2020, by the way, but they started like oh, fun fact, this album was actually released like it was 2 weeks exactly after like the shutdown of the world, so that was fun. The promo for this album is really good because it was all just them and there were no interviewers. It was just them and it was so good. So yeah, anyway, that's Calm. Yeah, it was sort of like a darker vibe for them. Very like evil, like horror movie, not horror movie, but just like action movie soundtrack. So yeah, that's it. So okay, getting into the first track on the album is Red Desert. The song's so good. I have this actually ranked number 3. Also, this album's I love this album so much personally because it's like one of the first things that really got me into 5 Seconds of Summer, other than just like random one-off songs that I heard. This album, I like listened to it and I was like, yeah, I'm into this. And like Red Desert was the first. And so yeah, for the meaning of it. So this song has like 2 general interpretations. The first being that it's inspired by their homeland, Australia, because it's like Red Desert, aka like Australia because it's hot. Or it's inspired by it's really like, it's hard for me to verbalize, but they've said it's inspired by this like enlightening force that has pushed their music and just their personal lives and their bond together over the past few years. It's sort of about like, it's hard to explain if you haven't heard the song, but Red Desert, they're talking about this like red desert, feel our heal our blues. I dive deeper for you. So it's like they're like following this guiding light, sort of, if that makes sense. So yeah, or it could be about Australia, who knows. So here are some of the lyrics. Would you leave all your fears at the edge of the world? I'll tell you again like I told you before. I've been asleep so long, wasting away. Tell me, would you pack up all your bags, stay true to North? You're the only one I'd do this for. And so this song is vague in its specific meaning, and it's more about the general feeling of instinct and healing through the lyrics, where it's talking about leaving everything behind and wasting away. So it's like, it's just about the vibe, is essentially what I'm trying to say this song. Another lyric is, red, red desert, heal our blues. I die deeper for you. What a blessing to feel your love, twilight moments with you. So whether the song is talking about a connection to their hometown in Australia, or about a spiritual guide that they're following, which is guiding them down the right path, this song is the perfect opener for this album, like 100%. It's just about, it's giving, maybe it's because there's like a really cool drum solo in the song, but this song is just giving me Ashton. Like, it's just like, it's just showing their healing from like their past, and it's really cool. And so my favorite sonic moment in this song is obviously the drum solo in the bridge, because that is the song. The drum solo is Red Desert, you know what I mean? So yeah, okay. So that's Red Desert, just perfect opener, really sets the vibe for this album. Next is No Shame. No Shame, track number 2, it's ranked number 1. I can't explain, I love No Shame. I love it. This is like low-key like one of my favorite 5 Seconds of Summer songs ever. Like, could be number 1, could be my favorite. If Best Friends and Outer Space Carry On didn't exist, No Shame would 100% be number 1. So like, I don't know where it ranks among those other ones, but I love this song. So this song is about the toxicity of fame and celebrities. And in the music video, which is so good, the music video, it really covers everything from cheating on partners, posting videos and pictures of destructive car crashes, faking deaths, and getting intense plastic surgery. All of that stuff happens in the music video, and it's pretty crazy. So, first lyric, angel with a gun in your hands, point in my direction, giving me affection. So this lyric is a metaphor about how fans have this hypothetical like loaded gun held at celebrities all the time, and anytime they pull the trigger, aka like cancel them or like whatever, they could ruin their career, but they could also give them like the most affection ever. It's like this really weird thing. The song's basically about Twitter, but it's just like, angel with a gun in your hands, point in my direction, giving me affection. So it's like they have the power to take you down, but they're giving you affection. It's like this weird, like, sort of relationship. Okay, next lyric is, I only light up when cameras are flashing, never enough and no satisfaction, got no shame, I love the way you're screaming my name, digging my grave to get a reaction, changing my face and calling it fashion, got no shame, I love the way you're screaming my name. So this means there's a lot for this one. They put on fake smiles for the cameras and paparazzi, but they truly aren't happy, and celebrities love the constant attention and fans screaming their name. And Five Sauce recently discussed this in an interview about how when they're on stage, this really shows, this is why I love Five Sauce, like they really think about when they're on stage. They really try to be like, we're not better than any of these people who are here. Just because we're on the stage and we're the ones that they're coming here for, it does not put us on like a pedestal that makes us better than them. That's essentially what they were saying. And they take these lyrics to the extreme by writing about faking deaths just to cause a commotion and getting some press, and altering appearances, aka plastic surgery, and being praised for it as if it's fashionable. So like changing my face and calling it fashion, just like everyone being like, oh my gosh, fashion, when it's like not. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then next lyric, replace me when you're craving something sweeter than the words I left in your mouth. Go on and spit me out. And then Ashton, this one's coming straight from Ashton. Ashton said this lyric could either be about relationships or fan culture, how you can either like move on from a relationship so quickly, like the second that you're sick of it, or in a second you could stop like supporting a band or artist the second that you're like bored of them or whatever. And it just like the not lastingness of having like a music career essentially. So yeah. And then my favorite part of the song is the chorus, and also just like the end of the song. It gets really loud and I love it. So that song's really good. Yeah. Next is Old Me. I have this ranked number 11. So this song is basically just reminiscing on their past, and it discusses their growth from their past mistakes, which is a common theme in a lot of recent 5 Cell songs, which is really cool. Bro, my nose. I can't. Okay. So this song is literally just them being like, talking about the old them, aka old me. And here are some of the lyrics. Shout out to the old me and everything you showed me. Glad you didn't listen when the world was trying to slow me. No one could control me. Left my lovers lonely. Had to F it up before I really got to know me. That's right. Excuse me. Okay. This is what I have written for this one. I love how when 5Cells talks about their past selves, they do it with such gentleness, but they're still unafraid to recognize their mistakes. I agree with me when I wrote this, because the way he says, shout out to the old me and everything you showed me. Glad you didn't listen when the world was trying to slow me. The way that he like, I'm saying this as if like Luke wrote it. I don't know who inspired these specific lines. I'm assuming, I mean, obviously it was one of them, but like I don't know who it was. But when he says this, he's like talking about, he's thanking the old him for doing the stuff he did. But he also said, like, had to F it up before I really got to know me. So, like, he is like, I made these mistakes. I for sure did. But, you know, it's part of life. And I love that they say that. So, yeah, they show a mixture of being happy that they didn't give up with all the backlash their band received. But also knowing how many mistakes they made, but it all led to where they are today. Their band, I swear, in, like, 2015, like when they were releasing their first album, their band got so much hate from like adults who had like magazines. Like they got hated on so hard. They were I don't know if NME is like a popular like news, I don't know even what they are, but NME, the like website, named them the worst band of the year or something 2 years in a row. And that like, that's hard to hear as a like a 17-year-old. It's like, I'm like, so I love the lyric, glad you didn't listen when the world was trying to slow me. That's so real. And then he says, never a night alone, anywhere you want to go. Woke up in the morning wearing someone else's clothes. Pictures in my phone with people I don't know. Woke up in the morning, how the hell did I make it home? This, they have a lot of lyrics that relate to that sort of sentiment about like waking up in the morning in someone else's bed, not knowing where they are, and being like, whoa. And so, yeah, since they like moved away at such a young age, and they were like, they moved out and they were just like partying at like 16, but they were like in London. They're like away from their family. They're like completely alone. They're living alone at this point. And just like being that way from such a young age, it really like made a mark on sort of like their mental states. Yeah. And they were given like so much freedom to make mistakes like that. It's like actually so crazy. And so more lyrics. They wondered how long I could keep it up, while I wondered if I'd ever get enough tea. And then Another round, here we go, going in blow for blow. Look into the mirror, take the punches that I throw. I'm constantly reminded of all the compromises by the people from my past who had a hard time letting go. Yeah. That, it's just good. It's just good. And then my favorite part of the song is the chorus. Because it's just like, I just forgot before I really got to know me. All the mistakes I made. It's just good. It's just a bop. Okay, next is Easier. Out of the 13 songs on this album, this is ranked number 13. So sorry. It's honestly no hate to Easier, but like it was just played so much that like it's just like I like it less. Also, we don't talk about the Easier Charlie Puth remix. We really don't need to, because it's really bad, but it does exist if you want to listen to that. So this song, okay, yeah. Oh wait, also I forgot to mention, in this album, the first half of the album I love. The second half I like. So yeah. But this is when we start to get into the songs about a toxic relationship. The first 3 songs are like so fire, but the majority of the songs on this album are about toxic relationships, as so many of their songs are. Like, oh my god. So yeah, the song is just generally about a toxic relationship. And then here are the lyrics. I have no background information written for this song. It just is what it is. So it's easier to stay, is it easier to go? I don't want to know, but I know that I'm never ever gonna change, and you know that you don't want it any other way. And then, I love you so much that I hate you. Right now it's so hard to blame you because you're so damn beautiful. So damn beautiful. Is it easier to stay, is it easier to go? I wanna know. Oh, Luke's voice in the song is really good. That's all I have to say. This song is also saved by Luke's voice. Oh, also, Easier live from the vault slays. So, that's completely different. I'm just talking about the normal Easier right now, but that song is so good. And then my favorite part of the song is just the bridge, because he goes, the hardest part of all, only built to fall. Is it easier? It's just good. So yeah, that's Easier. That's literally all I have to say about it. Next is Teeth. I don't have this written down, but background information for this song, this was in 13 Reasons Why, I guess. I don't know when it was, but it's like on the soundtrack. So, and they performed this live on the James Corden show in like 2019. And it was a good performance. And at the end of it, James comes out and he goes, those drums. And that's all he said. So yeah, this song is kind of about a toxic relationship, but it's more about like the extreme like lows and highs of it. So it's not really like about a sad relationship. It's sort of like about like, I love you but I hate you. For example, let's get into the lyrics right now. Sometimes you're a stranger in my bed, don't know if you love me or you want me dead. Girl, what is your problem? Next lyric. Call me in the morning to apologize. Every little lie gives me butterflies. Something in the way you're looking through my eyes. Don't know if I'm gonna make it out alive. Fight so dirty but your love so sweet. Talk so pretty but your heart got teeth. Late night devil, put your hands on me and never ever let go. Period. And then last one. Some days you're the best thing in my life. Sometimes when I look at you, I see my wife. It sounds stupid when I'm saying it, but I swear it's good. And that lyric, all I have to say about that lyric is sometimes he did this like once, and he might have done it again in Australia. And sometimes it's Luke and sometimes it's Michael. But sometimes when they say that lyric about some days you're the best thing in my life, sometimes when I look at you, I see my wife. Michael, who's like legit married, will sometimes like point to his ring. And it's like, Wow. And then sometimes Luke, who's engaged, will, if Sierra, his incredible fiance, I love Sierra. If Sierra's like at the show, sometimes he'll like point at her. He'll be like, sometimes when I look at you, I see my wife, like pointing at her, and it's really cute. But my favorite part of the song is the pre-chorus, because it does this like chromatic-y sort of thing, and I'm really into it. So yeah. Next song is Wildflower. Completely unrelated to what the song's about. In like January of 2022, this year, in January of this year, I used to play this like all the time. I remember where I was when I heard this song for the first time, and I was like, whoa. I was walking home from school, and I was like listening to it, and I was like, this is crazy. And then I listened to it so much in that first day, because I remember walking home from school the next day being like, I listened to the song for the first time like 24 hours ago, and I've listened to it like 2,000 times. So I ate this song up real quick. So yeah, I have this ranked number 8. So clearly it fell down in my ranking. But yeah. So this song, this is what I have written. This song is about doing the deed. The least dark song on this album. Like, yeah, the song sounds very like whereas the other ones are like you know what I mean? So it's just like in this album of dark songs, this is like the happiest and most upbeat, I feel like. So yeah. This is the only lyric I've written down. It's, you're telling me, you wanna come over. You wanna be closer. I love it when you wear your hair down over your shoulder. Cause I wanna hold you. Cause I know where tonight is going. Yeah. And my favorite sonic part of the song is the harmonies. When you click on this song, it's immediately wildflower. They're immediately belting in your ears in harmony, in 4-part harmony, and it's great. Also, no, the music video for the song is fire. It's so good. Like, it's honestly underrated because they did this music video at home. Because again, this album was released right when the pandemic was like a thing, and so they like had planned to do a Wildflower music video, and then the world shut down, and so they had to do it like all remote, all with green screens, and it's like really sick. So yeah. Next song is Best Years. This is ranked number 7. And then this is another one of the lighter songs on the album, and it's like Five Sauce's version of a first dance song, like at a wedding, and it's about wanting to be with your partner forever and wanting to be there for the best years of their life. Hence the title Best Years. So yeah. And here are the lyrics. Oh, and this isn't like, I kind of already said this, but like, just for context, Michael is married and Luke, is engaged. And I think Luke wrote this with Sierra. I believe Sierra has a credit on this song. I really think that's true. So I think they wrote this together, which is really cute. And this is not a fact, but it might be. I think maybe Michael played this at his wedding, or like it was played at their wedding. Because I think he said something about wanting to play it at his wedding, but I don't know if that actually happened. So, yeah. Okay, here are the lyrics. I'll build a house out of the mess and all the broken pieces. I'll make up for all of your tears. That's so cute. And then, past love burned out like a cigarette. I promise, darling, you won't regret the best years. That's like the chorus. And then, I want to hold your hair when you drink too much and carry you home when you cannot stand up. You did all these things for me when I was half a man for you. I want to hold your hand while we're growing up. It's just so precious. When Luke and Sierra write songs together, it's really just cute. It's really just good. And so my favorite part of the song is the last chorus, which is like, it just gets so like big. It's like, past love burnt out like cigarette. I promise, darling, you won't regret. It's so good. And that's all I have to say about Best Years. It's just a really cute, like, first dancey type of song. So, yeah. Okay. Next song is called Not in the Same Way. This cat loves this song. For real. But I have it ranked number 9. This is another one of the songs about a toxic relationship. Coming right out of Best Years, the like most romantic song in their discography. They're going straight to Not in the Same Way, which is like one of the most toxic songs. So, okay. These are lyrics. Turn right around, throwing rocks at your window, but I can't forget you and I'll always let you. Drink all night, never sleep. You say go, I won't leave. I love you, you love me, but not in the same way. Rip my heart out and leave. On the floor, watch me bleed. I love you, you love me, but not in the same way. That's T. And right at the beginning of that lyric, if you can recall, it says, turn right around, throwing rocks at your window. And this doesn't sound significant, but I swear it is. Like, the idea of like throwing rocks at your window, this is used in so many different Fat Sauce songs. Like, for example, Safety Pin and Wrapped Around Your Finger, 2 songs that they use it in. And it's like, people have said that they say this line in like at least once in each of their albums. I can't confirm if that's true. It probably is. I don't know when they say it in their debut album or in Youngblood, but whatever. But like, this is like a known thing that they say. And to tie this into me a little bit, because I need this, at the Fat Sauce show that I saw in Philadelphia, Luke does this thing where he like introduces the 3 other bandmates, and so he says like Callum Hood, and then he got onto Michael, and he was like, he's throwing rocks at your window, it's Michael Clifford. And I died, because that's like a Sounds Good Feels Good reference, and I love Sounds Good Feels Good. It's my favorite Fat Sauce album. And so I was like, that's so cute. So that's all I have to say about that. But like, yeah, it's kind of iconic. So yeah, next lyrics. I'm sick of sadness and you're sick of Xanax. We're good at this game. I love that one. And then, I don't ever want to lie to you, but I can't say no to you. I know you think I'm bulletproof, but you know how to hurt me too. In the dark we're black and white, in the morning colorblind. Leave your mark with every bite, then everything's alright. When you told me you love me, then you want to leave me. Pouring your pills on the sink, saying it's not what you think. Don't know if I love you, don't know if I hate you, but I can't forget you and I'll always let you. Drink all night, never sleep. You say go, I won't leave. The chorus goes on. And so, yeah, it's just like, you feel the vibe. It's like I don't know if I love you, don't know if I hate you. That's kind of the vibe of the song. And my favorite part is just the chorus. The way it goes on and on, it's like, it's a Jack Antonoff chorus, if you know what I mean. That doesn't make any sense. But like, it just keeps going. So, yeah. Next song is Lover of Mine. I have this ranked number 6. That is higher than I thought it was. I feel like if I didn't see this song live, it would be ranked lower. But I just have such a good memory of hearing this live. I don't know why. I saw it live and I was like, this is peak life. So yeah. My interpretation of this song, this could be wrong, but I personally see this as like a song about a partner who possibly has some sort of mental illness. I don't know if that's not like what it said on Genius or anything. That's just the way I see it, because it's like a lot about this person, like that's singing, loving this person, but it feels like there's like they're getting in their own way, which I just took as like being some type of mental illness. But it's just a love song. That's Lover of Mine. They're just singing to their lover, so that's what it is. Okay, so the lyrics are, Lover of mine, maybe we'll take some time. Kaleidoscope mind gets in the way. Hope and I pray, darling, that you will stay. Butterfly lies, chase them away. And then, I'll never give you away because I've already made that mistake. If my name never fell off your lips again, I know it'd be such a shame. When I look at my life and all of my crimes, you're the only thing that I think I got right. And then, lover of mine, I know you're colorblind. I watch the world fall from your eyes. All my regrets and things that you can't forget. Light them all up, kiss them goodbye. And then, and then, what I said about that lyric is like, since he says like, I watched the world fall from your eyes, all my regrets and things that you can't forget, let them all up, kiss them goodbye. This is sort of where like the meaning of the song kind of gets like debated, because like he says all my regrets, so it could be like this lover has been upset by something that this person has done to them, but it could be like all my regrets and things that you can't forget, like them all, kiss them goodbye. That could be like things that you can't forget, like stuff from your past has haunted you. That's what I'm personally taking it as. So yeah, so it could be like they're fighting, or it could be mental illness. It's really up to interpretation in it. Yeah. And my favorite Sonic part is the second verse, because it's kind of just like good. It really is. So yeah. Next we're on to Thin White Lies, which I have ranked number 12, which is a harsh number 12, because I listened to the song today and I was like, whoa, this is actually kind of good. So that number 12 is loose. I do like this song, but this is another song about a toxic relationship, or just like about the person like losing themselves. Like, I see, when I'm talking about a band, I never know how to say it, because I don't want to say like Luke losing himself, because he's the one singing, but it's about like the person singing losing themselves, you know. So yeah. It's just this is just a rough, like, sad album, you know what I mean? Yeah. So here are the lyrics. I have no background information for the song. I have no clue what it's about. So, when the sun goes down, we all get lonely. Watch me as I disappear. These empty sounds and endless stories. So tell me what I want to hear. Thin white lies. And then, you never call me out. You know exactly where I'm going. You got me by the mouth. She says she loved me. She don't show it. And then, I don't think I like me anymore. Can someone tell you who I was before? So this is giving very much like he's going out and partying, and then he's like hanging out with people, but he doesn't like it. He's just doing it because it's like all he knows. That's kind of what I see in this song. And then for my favorite Sonic part of the song, I just said every single time they say thin white lies. Listen to the song and you'll understand what I mean. So yeah. Okay. Next we have Lonely Heart. This song, I have this ranked number 4. I'm shocking myself with this ranking. It's good. But dang, number 4? I feel like, here's the thing, I feel like Lonely Heart and Thin White Lies are on the same, like, level in my mind, but Thin White Lies is 12 and Lonely Heart is 4, so this is just based on my opinion when I was ranking it. It changes, like, every day. So yeah, this song, you guessed it, it's another breakup, like, toxic relationship thing. And again, I have no background information for this song because I don't know. But here is what the lyrics say. Your type of mind, so hard to find. Native of mine, you're just my kind. Down on my knees, I'll always follow. I promise you until the end of time. Our house on fire, we're burning. We dance inside your hurting. If you leave me in the morning, I'll have such a lonely heart. I understand why this is 4 now. Because that lyric is good. That's really good. It's almost like I like this band for a reason. And then the next lyric. Can I have a second chance? Can I have another dance? Can I start another life with you? When I wake up in a haze and I haven't slept in days, you're 1,000 miles away with such a lonely heart. And then this is the bridge. Lonely, it ain't nothing new to me, nothing new to you. And the bridge is my favorite part of the song. Just because of how it sounds, they're like chanting it and they repeat it like 4 different times, like that one part. And they like break off into harmonies. It's really, really good. So upon further review, the song deserves its number 4 ranking. I like this song. So yeah, Lonely Heart. It's a good one. It's a sad one, but it's a good one. Next, this album is pretty short because we're literally on the last song of the like standard edition. There is one more deluxe track that I will be talking about, but this is the end of the like official version of it. Which, can I just say, when I listened to Calm for the first time on Spotify, it just has the 13 tracks, including like the 13th one isn't on the official album. And so like this song is called High, and I didn't know this was like the official last song. Which, if I knew that from the beginning, I would have liked this album so much more. Because I base a lot of like if I like an album or not based on like if I like the first song and if I like the last song. And I loved Red Desert, but the like last song on the Spotify version, which is not the actual official last song of the album, is not like my favorite. It's not bad, but it's like not my favorite. I thought it was like a weird closer. And so I was like, okay. But I found out that like this is the last official song. Like when they were writing the album, they're like, this is the last one and this is how we want to end the album, which I think says so much about this album. Because this, I'll just start to get into the actual song now. So I have this ranking number 2, by the way. This is called High, and it's number 2. And it's about a breakup that the wound hasn't closed from. And they're in that stage where you just want the other person to be like miserable without you. And they're just like, it's like they want them to be like thinking about them and being like, dang, I really messed up, I shouldn't have left this person. That's the kind of stage of the relationship they're in. And so here are some of the lyrics. I hope you think of me high, I hope you think of me highly when you're with someone else. I know your friends all lie, I know your friends don't like me, they want you for themselves. And so for this lyric, this lyric reminds me of Baby Honey by Harry Styles, where he says, well, I think I wrote a song that all your friends are gonna like, but they'll tell you that they hate it when they don't just because it's mine. No Harry Styles reference in here, because that just reminded me of that. And I just love the thing of like, I know your friends all lie, I know your friends don't like me, they want you for themselves, which gives me this like implication of like in this relationship there was like lies that their friends were telling this girl about the boy that just like weren't true. And they're just like, I know your friends all lie, I know your friends don't like me, they want you for themselves, just like get them away from that. It's just so good. By the way, this whole song is like acoustic. It's so good. It's such like a mellow song, and I love a like mellow song as a closer. So the next lyric, today I called to tell you that I'm changing, but I don't think you have enough respect to see me try. I've been waking up in different spaces, and I think that my heart is built to last more than a night. And so this lyric reminds me of Old Me, throwback to Old Me, track 3, where he says never a night alone, and in their song Midnight from Youngblood, which Midnight from Youngblood, I'll be talking about that eventually, because Youngblood is the next 5 Sus video I'm gonna do. So Midnight from Youngblood, where he says, you only ever want to love me after midnight. This idea that, like, it's so sad, because I feel like they always talk about just being used. Like my heart is built to last more than a night. That is so sad. And they say this so much. It's, oh. And then this lyric, get ready, because this one. I know that I'll never meet your expectations, but the picture that you paint of me looks better in your mind. That's so good. It's just like, this person has this expectations of him that like, to be this like perfect person. but he's like not that, and he shouldn't be expected to be that just because it's what they like think of him. It's like crazy. And then my favorite part of the song, kind of hard to explain if you haven't heard it, but it's like at the very end he sings the chorus, he kind of like repeats it, and then there's this part at the end where he says, and he says the I know your friends don't lie, I know your friends don't like me, and he starts to like belt it rather than throughout the whole song he's been using like head voice falsetto sort of thing, and he starts to really belt it at the end, and it's just really good. It gets like, it just gets louder as it goes. So yeah. And then the album ends with like, I hope you're thinking me high, I hope you're thinking me highly when you're with someone else. And it's like the guitar, and it's just like, it just like fades out. It's so good. So yeah, that's like the end of the official album. But then there's one last song called Kill My Time, which I've ranked number 10. This song for sure has grown on me over time. Originally, this, I have like a TikTok where I like said this was their worst song or something. I don't stand by that. It's grown on me over time. It's kind of, every time I hear this song I feel like it's giving like The Weeknd. Like there's some sort of thing in the production that sounds like The Weeknd, as in like The Weeknd, like weekend, no E, like the man. So I don't know. It's grown on me for sure. Like the production is cool. I didn't like it originally, but now I do. So, and this song is an actual nice love song about wanting to be with one person and like no one else, and just loving that one person. Really cute. Okay, this lyric. I said, meet me downtown at the dive bar. You're the only one who makes me feel alive. I can't keep drowning in the shadows. Here I am, lay it all on the line. I just said very Taylor Swift of them, because meet me downtown at the dive bar. Giving very much dive bar on the east side, where you at. For real. She's, that dive bar. What are y'all on? These singers, they be meeting at the dive bar like crazy. And then this is the chorus. He says, I don't want to kill my time with somebody else, dancing in the dark till the sun comes, tangled in sheets till the day's done. I don't want to kill my time with somebody else. In a city full of lonely people like this, I want you all to myself. It's just good. Nothing I love more than when singers who live in Los Angeles hate on Los Angeles. If y'all hate it so much, move. Like, what do you mean? Like, Joshua Bassett, whom I love, has a song called LA, and he's like, I just gotta get out of LA. I should do sad songs for a hotel room. I really should. But he talks about wanting to get out of LA, and in The Lucky One by Taylor Swift, she says she is like, chose the Rose Garden over Madison Square, which I understand is in New York. But she also talks about Hollywood somewhere in that song. So everyone hates LA. A city full of lonely people. Like, dang. I just love that. And then my favorite part of the song is just the chorus. It's just a bop. It's like, I don't want to kill my time with somebody else. Do-do-do-do. You know? So yeah. And that's the album. That's it, bro. So yeah. This album, it's honestly kind of mixed for me. Because, like, this album has a very specific vibe to it and a mood to it that you kind of just have to, like, be in sometimes. It's kind of like how every album is. But this one is just very specific and niche. And it's like, today, for example, I got home from school and I was like, I'm listening to Calm. I listened to it and I ate it up. So, like, sometimes it just slaps, but sometimes you're just not in the mood for it. And that's okay. But this album was for sure a moment. And I think the overwhelming positive that came out of this album was Callum Hood in the trench coat. So, and I can't we get into the fashion of the Calm era is a whole other thing, cause like they were doing something crazy. They for real were like, they went emo for a sec, cause their outfits were so good. They all had this like sort of like, it was like how Youngbloods sort of like retro vibe. It was like that mixed with like heavy metal outfits. It was a lot of black, it was a lot of leather, it was a lot of like chains and like dark vibes. So yeah. Oh, and Ashton dyed his hair red, which ate. And Callum dyed his hair blue for a sec. Really crazy. And Luke dyed his hair pink. That could that's alleged. That could be wrong. He claims he dyed his hair pink for the Wildflower music video that never happened. We never saw a picture, so don't know if that's actually true. But this album was a moment, and Calm will always be famous. So, yeah. This album ate. Oh my god, I just realized. That's actually so funny. You can see the stupid tennis picture. Oh my god. My outro music plays.